Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our reflection for this Tuesday morning. And as we are in the last sign-up or the last run-up until Advent, I thought I'd show you just that we are preparing for Christmas, preparing for Advent, and to ask, is it ever too early? Is it ever too late? Now, I'm not talking about the shops being stocked with Christmas goodies in September or you doing your Christmas shopping in January when the sales are on. What I'm asking about is it ever too early to prepare for an important event? And perhaps we don't do the practical things, but we maybe have to sort out the emotions or whatever it is we're doing. And no matter the noise that's going on round about us, we sometimes just have to focus our minds and think about it. So the focus today, of course, is this pillar box, our wonderful post box. It comes out once a year, and it is now out and ready for your Christmas cards, which you want to send to people in Dalgety Bay. Not for anywhere further than that, please. We have people who will be delivering them for us from the church. But it's a service that we've not been able to run the last couple of years because of COVID, but we're back, and the people who are organising this are back with a vengeance. So what happens is that you now get on to write your Christmas cards, and you have a certain amount of time to get your cards ready and to bring them into the church and put them in this post box, which is ready, waiting for you right now. And, well, postage is expensive just now, and perhaps you're never quite sure what stamps to use. But we're asking for a simple donation, suggested donation of 40 pence an item, 40 pence a card, but that really is up to you. All the donations will go to Frontline 5, so, well, we are asking folk to be generous, and with the savings that you're perhaps making on not using a proper stamp, you'll get a church stamp. You get one of our special stamps on the cards, and they will be hand delivered round the doors to whoever you send them to. Please make the addresses legible. Please make sure we know where they're going. It does help. And yeah, think about it. We've got a couple of weeks to write cards so that they can be delivered before Christmas. Maybe you've already written your cards. Maybe you're well ahead of the game. Maybe you've got your presents all bought and wrapped and ready to go. But that's one side of preparation. But there's a huge other side of preparing, not just for Christmas, and not really just preparing for Advent either, but preparing for life and whatever season that might be. And sometimes the preparations that we need to make are not particularly practical. They're not things that we can sit down and say, we've done that, tick that box, we've written 10 cards tonight, we can go and have a rest. We've found the addresses for those people that we thought we'd lost, and now we can rest. The other preparations that perhaps take us more time and take more of our thought and our energy, because sometimes the preparation that we have to do is much more about preparing ourselves, preparing our own hearts and minds and souls. Sometimes that can require changing our hearts, changing our minds, and sometimes it just means realising, rethinking, reflecting on what it is we're doing and who we are. And sometimes to do that reflection we need a quiet space. So I'm just going to wander into our quiet space, which is the church. And it is quiet at the moment. There's no one else here. We're ready for the babies to come for their story and the mums to come. But at the moment there is simple peace and quiet. And that's rather nice, just to be able to sit in a quiet space and think what it is that we need to prepare for. And yes, it's an area and it's a space for reflection that speaks to me of God and speaks to me of faith. It doesn't have to be. But for me, any preparation that I do for anything involves my faith, involves me thinking about God, involves me thinking about what God would be asking me to do, what God is asking me to do, and how I should do that. The practicalities of what that might be, but much more how I do it. And not just the how in the words that I say, but the feelings deep within, the emotions, the spiritual awareness that I use, talking to people, sharing with people, gathering groups, visiting or not visiting, speaking or not speaking. There's so much preparation that we need to do every day in our everyday encounters with life and with people. The people that I will encounter in just a little while when I go through to Cafe Connect. I wonder who will be there, who needs quietness, who needs a word, who needs a laugh, who needs to smile, who just needs time to sit and have a coffee away from the hustle and bustle of everything else. Who's left their Christmas card list on the table thinking, I just need to get out of here. I can't deal with this at the moment. All the encounters that we have with people every day, whatever day that may be, requires us to prepare ourselves. And I think we sometimes forget that or think we can do without that or miss that out. And yet, when we do prepare, when we do just give ourselves that moment to stop and think, then encounters and meetings and conversations can go better, can go smoother. Preparing ourselves. I've got quite a bit to prepare yet for Christmas. I've got cards to write and presents to buy and services to organise and things to write and things to muse about and plans and organisation, all those things which everybody has. But I know I'll get through them better when I give God time to be part of that. When I don't just race on ahead thinking, I can do this on my own. We can do this on our own. The only time that we can do this on our own is if we includes God. If we includes inviting God to be part of those decisions and those plans and all of that organisation. So that's why when I'm choosing to reflect or to have some time, I do like to come somewhere that I feel is a bit special, or somewhere where I know there is a certain peace and quietness and stillness. And it doesn't have to be an absolutely quiet place or still place. It can be in the hustle and bustle of a busy church with folk coming back and forward. It can be at the Peace Garden, where the traffic noise is there all around and people going back and forward to the shops. It could be by the War Memorial, looking at the poppies and remembering for myself of people in the past that have been part of my life. Sitting on those wonderful benches and thinking of the people who have sacrificed their all in order that we can have peace in our world, or at least in our land for the moment. So the place that you pick for that reflection can be your kitchen table. It can be that half hour extra that you're lying in your bed thinking, I really should get up, I really do have to. Maybe use that time to just let God direct your thoughts and direct your heart and help you plan for the day. And it could be in that split second as you see someone coming to you, perhaps in distress, perhaps someone you hadn't thought you would see, perhaps someone you haven't seen for a while. You see them coming towards you and think, what am I going to say? Invite God in that split second, and you'll find that it's much easier and there's lots to be gained. So preparing. Too early? It's never too early, to be fair, to prepare our hearts and minds for what the world is going to throw at us, what we're going to meet. Is it ever too late? No, it's never too late to start. Sometimes we feel looking back, I wish I'd done that. I wish I'd thought about that before I said that. But is it too late to put things right? Generally not. We might not get everything put right, but we can go a long way to reconciliation and to bring healing. So no, it's never too late either. Would it be too late to buy your presents on Christmas Eve and try and get them delivered to your friends in America? Yeah. Well, I'll give you that one, unless you're looking to next Christmas. But to change our hearts, to change our minds, to treat each other well and to find God's way for us and purpose, is it ever too late? Nah. It doesn't matter what we've done in the past. There's always time to change and always time to do what it is we're meant to. So don't get waylaid by thinking, it's too late for me now. I should have done that before. Don't get waylaid by thinking that it's past and you can't do anything of any use. God always has a use for us, a purpose for us, and people that we can help and people that can help us. So as you write your Christmas cards, and remember you've only got a certain amount of time to get them into that lovely big red pillar box. As you write them, perhaps just spend a wee extra moment or two thinking of the people to whom you're addressing them, thinking of what their situation might be, and thinking if there's maybe another wee couple of words that you can write in that card that will help them. Preparation, yeah. There's never enough time to do all the preparation we need, perhaps. There's always time to do some. Whatever you're doing today, preparing for today or for Advent or for Christmas or for whatever, I pray that you let God have a little word in there and help to see the best way ahead. God bless your day and God bless you. Enjoy it.